our grandchildren came to visit us a couple of weeks over fall break. And you know, we love our grandchildren, but when the kids come, all hell breaks loose. So, you know, things like there are cracker crumbs crunching on our new hardwood floors. We have toys strewn from one end of the house to the other, bouncing up against the walls. Little boys chasing and wrestling outside and inside and wherever they may be. And this last time, I lost a pair of glass candlesticks when a soccer ball ended up on top of the piano. So there's all of this chaos, everything going on all the time, and you know, finally, it's their last night, and the toys get put away in the toy box, and the kids go to bed, and they stay there, and the chaos ends, and the house is quiet. Of course, that's when I find a pile of green beans that's been hidden underneath one of the dining room chairs. But what if you're in a family where the chaos never stops? Where there's never any place to put your toys if you have toys? If there's never a quiet place to sleep? If there's never, ever enough food to waste any under the dining room chairs? My name is Susan Ogle. I'm the president of Positive Tomorrows, a private elementary school in Oklahoma City. There's a lot of things that are unique about our school, but the primary thing is that we stop the chaos. And that's because for the students that we serve, life is constant chaos, and they can come to school to escape it. At our school, we serve children pre-K through 5th grade whose families are homeless. And we work with their families as well as while we work with the children to reach academic success. We work with the families to achieve stability. The 2 largest school districts in Oklahoma City tell us that there are more than 7,000 homeless children in our community. And the really sad thing of it is that there's no emergency shelter space. It's very limited. We just did a count a couple of weeks ago and determined there were only 54 emergency shelter beds for homeless families in our community. And so as a result of that, the families are bouncing around. They bounce around from place to place to place, desperate to stay off the street because they fear losing their children to social services. So they stay with unsafe family, unsafe friends. They stay in abandoned houses. They stay in motels and even in storage sheds. And in spite of all of that, if the kids even get enrolled in school to begin with, then they bounce around from place to place to place in a school system that's unprepared to meet their needs. So let's meet Mariah. Mariah came to us last spring when she was 8 years old. Her family was living in one of our homeless shelters, and they were required to be outside of the shelter all day long every day. Her father, Robert, was newly released from prison, and he was required by the drug court to attend his classes every day. So Mariah's mom, Amanda, would take the family car and drive him from appointment to make sure that he met his goals. At the same time, she had to keep 2-year-old Austin occupied in the car all day while Mariah was going to school. But there were so many crazy things going on in the family, so much drama all the time, that Mariah couldn't concentrate during the day. And as a result, she was unable to learn. One day, her teacher looked at her and her parents and told her that she was stupid and she would never learn to read. So no wonder Mariah hated school. So we welcome families like Mariah's. Those are the families we want to serve, and we move them from sadness and frustration and all of that chaos to stability and hope. And we do that through structure and love. The first thing that we do is we sit down with parents. Our case managers sit down with parents and help them determine what are their immediate needs. Do they need emergency shelter? Do they have food in the house? Does everyone have adequate clothing? All of those very basic things that everyone needs. And then, on a long-term basis, we help them work out a long-term plan for success. Permanent housing, employment. We'll deal with mental health and addiction issues as well. And while the parents are working on all of that, the children are in school, and we do the same thing with them. We work to help them identify what are their barriers to successful education. And so that means transportation. We make sure they get to school every day. We make sure they're fed when they get there, because you can't study when you're hungry. We make sure that they have the right clothing. We've had kids we've discovered they've had shoes that are 2 sizes too small, and you can't learn if your feet hurt. We make sure they have eyeglasses and dental care, all of those things that they need to be successful. And at the same time, we provide a very structured, individualized educational program in our school culture that we call high structure, high love. And what that means is there's a lot of structure. We have very high expectations. But at the same time, we provide unlimited support for these children who have so many things to overcome. So it's our goal to take families and move them from all of this chaos into normalcy. We want them to be a normal family, just like everybody else. And then we want to stabilize that normalcy so it becomes regular behavior day after day. And when that happens, we can move the children into public school where they can be successful with dreams of their own. So let's see how that's worked for Mariah's family.
Positive Tomorrows has helped our family in so many areas. We were homeless before we came to Positive Tomorrows. And since then, we have found a house. I've gotten a job. Mariah's doing extremely well in school. When she first came to Positive Tomorrows, they had a counseling class, and I had her put in it to help because she was having so many issues with other kids from her other school and behavioral problems at home. It has changed that. She's happier at home. She's happier at school. You can just see the life that it's brought back into her. And I noticed she's been doing math problems on her own. She'll just get a piece of paper and start writing down her own little math problems. She'll start writing her own little stories on papers. And that joys my heart, I think, to know that she loves school again, and that when she wakes up in a good mood, ready to get ready for school, ready to have a good day.
So since Mariah enrolled with us, her entire family has been having good days. We were able to help Robert find alternate transportation to his classes so that he could get there on his own. We helped little Austin enroll in Head Start, and he's doing well there. Then, freed from those responsibilities, Amanda could look for work, and she found a job, and it's her pay that pays for the apartment that the family is living in. And then recently, Amanda and Robert got married. So, this is no longer the story of a convicted felon, an exhausted woman, and 2 at-risk children. This is a story of a family. This is a story of a proud mom with a good job. This is a story of a little boy doing wonderfully well in Head Start. This is a story of a little girl who loves school and her daddy who can't stop bragging about how well she's doing. And we want to serve more families like Mariah's. In order to do that, we're in the process of building a brand new school that will allow us to triple the number of children that we can currently serve. So, in order to fill this beautiful building with more children, we need more teachers, more case managers, more bus drivers, more cafeteria workers, even more custodians. And to do more, we need more of you. Please join us.